forecast. Well, our warm, sunny conditions going to continue, and it will be dry as well for the foreseeable 5 to 7 days. But specifically today should be sunny with a high near 81 with southerly winds around 7 miles per hour. Skies should be clear tonight with a low around 54 with southerly winds 3 to 6 miles per hour. Then tomorrow we'll have a high of 83 with sunny skies and southerly winds continuing at 3 to 6 miles per hour. Tomorrow night should be clear with a low around 54 degrees. Winds will be out of the southeast around 5 miles, becoming calm after midnight. Then Saturday, sunny skies from the forecast for Saturday with a high temperature near 83. The southerly winds will be 3 to 7 miles per hour. Then skies should be clear Saturday night, low around 59. Sunday will be sunny again with a high near 82. Clear skies continue Sunday night with a low temperature around 47. Then Monday, sunny skies with a high near 71. Monday night should be clear with a low around 42. Then Tuesday, sunny with a high temperature again near 71 degrees. Tuesday night will be clear again with a low around 43, and Wednesday should be sunny with a high temperature near 74 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it is now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
So many things in this old world feel a little bit off-kilter these days. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. It's at times like this when I crave those activities, places, and people that make me feel the most grounded. No one in my life makes me feel more grounded than my dad does. He's well-balanced, calm, and sensible in the most stressful and chaotic situations. I love both of my parents very much, and I'm not picking favorites here, but my dad is simply the best person I know. That is saying a lot because I know a lot of people. He's the best teacher of simple tasks as well as important life lessons. I learned from watching and listening to my dad the importance of a positive attitude. Through droughts, storms, equipment breakdowns, low prices when selling and high prices when buying, and all of those other frustrations and disappointments that go with farming, Dad always took the high road. When Dad was angry or frustrated, he did not take it out on his family. He turned that emotion into something positive. Most of the advice I received from Dad I picked up by following his example, but there were times when he offered it. Dad demonstrated the importance of being part of the community you are in, whether it was serving on the County Fair Board, the County Farm Bureau, FSA County Committee, the Cemetery Board, or frying fish at the Glasgow picnic. His is and always has been a servant's heart. He does it for the cause, not the applause. I hope you have activities, places, and most importantly, people to help ground you when needed. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Hi, I'm E.J. Williams. Each year, millions of animals are abandoned, and more than 1 million are euthanized before they can be rescued. Organizations like American Humane are working to harness the healing power of the human-animal bond, as animals can be trained as life-saving service and therapy dogs to help veterans, the elderly, and children with special needs to overcome the obstacles of everyday life. To find out how you can help give animals and the people they help a new leash on life, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
Hey, it's Fitz, the guy who plays the hits from the Country Top 40, inviting you to join me as we count them down together to see if Luke Combs is going to stay at number 1 for the second week in a row with Ain't No Love in Oklahoma. We'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz right here
This is St. Louis Blues broadcaster Chris Kerber inviting you to follow all the exciting action of St. Louis Blues hockey this season. If you can't make it to the game, the next best thing is being there listening here on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri. Your radio home for the St. Louis Blues.
Direct cash cattle trade continues to be quiet and cash hogs are steady to higher. Hello, I'm Brent Barnett with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Cash cattle country is off to another slow start Thursday with just a few asking prices noted at $187 in the south, but they're still not established in the north. Bids remain very hard to find and significant trade volume could be delayed until Friday. The USDA says beef export sales of 22,500 tons were a big increase from the previous week and 68% larger than the 4-week average, with South Korea and China leading the pack. Boxed beef was mixed at midday with choice down 32 cents at $2.99.49 and select up 55 cents at $2.84.48. The choice select spread was $15.01. At the Hub City Livestock Auction in South Dakota on Wednesday, feeder steers over 900 pounds were mostly steady, with some instances up to $5 lower. Feeder heifers over 800 pounds were $4 to $6 higher compared to the most recent sale. USDA says there was good to very good demand for another large offering of yearlings. Most cattle sold in loads and strings with a few packages, and most came off grass. Cash hogs are steady to higher, with very light opening negotiated numbers at the major direct markets. It looks like most buyers have the needed near-term numbers in hand after the more aggressive demand earlier in the week, so the firm business at the major direct markets is probably just some cleanup activity. U.S. pork export sales of 43,400 tons were up 55% on the week. Barrels and gilts at the National Daily Direct were up 138 with a base range of 73 to 76.50. Butcher hogs are steady to higher at the Midwest cash markets. In Dorchester, Wisconsin and Garnavillo, Iowa, barrels and gilts were steady at 55, sow steady at 51 to 57, boars priced at 16. At Red Oak, Iowa, barrels and gilts were steady at 51, sows higher at 66 to 69, boars priced from $3 to $28. At Illinois, barrels and gilts were steady at $45 to $55, sows steady at 56 to 68, boars priced at $15 to $30. Pork values were higher at midday, up 17 cents at $95.19. Hams, ribs, and picnics were higher. Bellies, loins, and butts were lower. I'm Brent Barnett, Brownfield.
As National Nematode Day approaches, Troy Bauer with BASF says soybean cyst nematode is the largest pest soybean growers deal with.
It impacts nearly 100 million bushels of soybeans every year. If you consider that versus the other pests like seedling diseases or sudden death syndrome, it's nearly 3 times as big in terms of economic impact versus the other pests.
He says soybean cyst nematodes are parasitic roundworms that live in the soil.
They actually lay eggs, and these eggs can persist in the soil for a very long time. But what happens is when they hatch, they will seek out soybean roots, and they have a stylet that they will pierce the soybean root with, burrow in, and cause yield loss as a result of that.
And Bauer says SCN populations can explode to almost 1 million in one growing season.
So that's why it's so important to have a really good management strategy to control that pest and help support high soybean yields.
Visit scnactionmonth.com to learn more.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today, be sure and pick one up every weekday, or check it out online. Shirley Henrietta Kidd, age 92 of Salem, passed away Friday, September 27th. Funeral services for Shirley Kidd will be Friday morning at 11 o'clock at the Salem Lutheran Church, with visitation for family and friends of Shirley Kidd also Friday morning at the Salem Lutheran Church starting at 10 o'clock. Burial will be in the Cedar Grove Cemetery. Memorial contributions may be made to the Salem Lutheran Church. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Shirley, Henrietta, Kidd of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Larry Dean Welch, age 64, of Salem, passed away Saturday, September 28th. Funeral services for Larry Welch will be Saturday morning at 10 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Larry Welch will be Friday afternoon, evening, starting at 5 and continuing till 8 in the evening. Burial will be in the Round Pond Cemetery. Memorials may be made to the Round Pond Cemetery Fund. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Larry Dean Welch of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Dennis Lee Langford, age 82, of Salem, passed away Saturday, September 28th. A private family gathering will be held at a later date, and all arrangements for Dennis Lee Langford of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements, and it was brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU's Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU's Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street or call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The City of Salem has announced that Iron Mountain Road will be temporarily closed for ditch work between Craig Industrial Drive and Martin Street today. Please watch out for crews. The city appreciates your understanding. Again, City of Salem has announced that Iron Mountain Road is closed temporarily for ditch work between Craig Industrial Drive and Martin Street today. Well, the Dent County Commissioners met this morning for their regular meeting in the courthouse. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Wes Mowbray was not in attendance, and District 2 Commissioner Gary Polk gave his report. He said rock would be added and grading done on Dent County Roads 4110 and 5410 in District 1, while rock would be added and grading done on County Road 4280 in District 2. He also stated grading would be done on County Roads 2580 and 2610, while new blades will be put on grader number 37. He also indicated that a mechanic from MAC was doing diagnostic testing and working on 2 trucks. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson said that there has been concern and questions over the ballot language for the County of Dent Senior Homestead Property Tax Credit question on this year's ballot. Larson said the ballot language was prepared by legal counsel and not the commission, and all numbers presented are estimates that were provided by the collector. Dent County Deputy Clerk Melissa Pyatt said excused absentee voting continues at the courthouse. At 10 o'clock, bids were opened for the repair work to the courthouse roof and judicial building screens. The county received only one bid, and that was from Trainer & Sons for a cost of $18,209.96. The county unanimously approved the bid. The next meeting of the commission will be Monday morning at 9 o'clock at the courthouse, and the meeting will be open to the public. An accident occurred on Monday afternoon at 1:34 in St. Charles County on Highway 94 at 3rd Street that left a Salem woman with serious injuries. According to the Highway Patrol report, 18-year-old Ian Schroeder of Florissant, driving a 2006 Chevrolet Silverado westbound on Highway 94, apparently fell asleep at the wheel and traveled off the right side of the roadway, striking a MoDOT electronic traffic control sign and post. The Silverado's direction was diverted from the collision, and it came back onto pavement on 3rd Street, where the pickup began to slide sideways towards the post office, striking a yellow parking post and a pedestrian identified as 54-year-old Christian Flett of Salem. Flett suffered serious injuries and was taken by the St. Charles County Ambulance District to Mercy Hospital in St. Louis. The Silverado sustained moderate damage and was driven from the scene. Schroeder was wearing a seat restraint at the time of the accident, but had no insurance. The Planning and Zoning Board of Commissioners held a public hearing and meeting Tuesday evening at 5:30 in the old City Hall auditorium. While reviewing the agenda, the board modified the 3rd Street address on the agenda to read 1402 South Water. The third address on the agenda to read 1402 South Water Street instead of 1102 South Water Street, and removed reorganization of commission. Then the agenda was approved. The board heard and approved requests for subdivision of a property located at 1311 East 3rd Street and a property located at 1305 East 1st Street. The board also accepted the request for a conditional use for a home-based appointment-only gunsmithing business on a property located at 1402 South Water Street. The meeting adjourned at 5:47. The Salem Park and Recreation Board will be holding a meeting today at 5 o'clock at the old City Hall auditorium to discuss a budget adjustment needed to cover improvements at the Al Brown Field concession stand. The cost of the improvements exceeded the budgeted amount of $9,000, and the Park Board will either approve allocating funds from the previous year's beginning balance to cover the difference or to take the money from the proposed bleacher purchase. The meeting is open to the public. The University of Missouri's Wardak Extension and Education Center for 2024. That's the field day. That's coming up tomorrow, Friday, October 4th. It will focus on cattle management strategies, including reproduction, feed and forage. Gatlin Bunton, director of MU Wardak Center, a 1,200-acre research and demonstration farm on the Merrimack River in the northeastern Ozarks, said that cattle and forage management should be top of mind for any beef producer in Missouri. He went on to note that this field day will allow participants to gain new perspective on reproductive strategies in beef cattle and a better understanding of forage options beyond tall fescue. MU Extension experts are among the speakers on the tour. The field day begins at 9:30 and wraps up with a free lunch at noon. Topics and speakers will include cattle reproduction and artificial insemination techniques by Cecilia Constantino Roca, assistant research professor, reproductive management in replacement heifers, presented by Thiago Martins, state extension beef reproduction specialist, winter annual forage options by Chrissy Brandel, field specialist in livestock. Grain sorghum as a winter feeding strategy will be explained by Rusty Lee, field specialist in agronomy. Other topics and presenters include beef management on warm season grass pastures by Eric Mush, field specialist in livestock. Economics of conversion to native warm season grass explained by Rachel Hopkins, field specialist in ag business. And assessing cool season grass pastures for renovation by Ellen Herring, research specialist. The MU Wardak Extension and Education Center is at 164 Bales Road, Cook Station. If you'd like more information, visit extension.missouri.edu/program/Wardak. The City of Salem wide. Let me start that over again, please. This city-wide yard sale is coming up this Saturday, October 5th. Copies of the maps will be available at area convenience stores and the Salem Area Chamber of Commerce. Maps will also be printed in the Salem News. Spaces are available in the parking lot behind the City Administration Building at 4th and Iron Streets on a first-come, first-served basis. Tomorrow, October 4th, will be the last day to reserve your spaces at the administration building, if any remain. Stop by the administrative offices to reserve your space, as there is a charge. If you'd like more information, call the City of Salem at 573-729-4811. Well, this weekend is busy, and the Doe Run Company and Viburnum community, they're once again commemorating the rich mining history of Southeast Missouri at the 38th annual Old Miners Days Festival, October 4th and 5th. The community event includes 2 fun-filled days of entertainment for all ages and features free tours of Doe Run's Buick Mine on Saturday. Community activities get underway Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock with the annual Tiny Tot Contest and Miss Viburnum Scholarship Pageant at the Elmer P. Beard Gymnasium in Viburnum. Saturday events begin at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Outdoor Viburnum Center. Visitors 12 or older may sign up for a free underground tour of a working Doe Run mine. Tours begin at 9 o'clock and conclude at 4. Guests will travel through the shaft over 1,000 feet underground and see the company's Buick mine, including heavy mobile equipment, the maintenance shop, and rock pillars full of valuable ore. Free bus transportation will be provided to shuttle guests the short distance from the Viburnum Shopping Center to the Buick mine and back. Throughout Saturday, guests will enjoy live music, kids' games and activities, food trucks and booze, craft vendors, a community parade, and much more. Weekend festivities will conclude Sunday morning with a community church service hosted by local area churches at 11 o'clock at the Viburnum Center. Learn more about Old Miners Days, including a full schedule of events, online at oldminersdays.com. That has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. If you'd like more information about SBU Salem Campus, contact Admission Counselor Chris Welch at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact Admissions Counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
Do you like the yard sale? Well, I've got just the thing for you. It's the community-wide yard sale this Saturday. And to find out where all the sales are, all you need to do is pick up your map for the community-wide yard sale at any of the convenience stores or at the Chamber of Commerce office. And ads will also appear in the Salem News. So make plans for this Saturday for the community-wide yard sale.
McDonald's just took a normal week and turned up the vibes ×3 with deals in the app. Monday isn't just Monday, it's McNuggets Monday. You can get a free 10-piece chicken McNuggets with a $3 purchase. Tuesday? Nope, try again. It's Bagel Tuesday. $2 off any bagel sandwich. And Friday just became Free Fries Friday. Get a free medium fries with a $1 purchase. With 3 separate deals, you might find yourself wishing there were more days in the week. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through 12/29/24. Participating in McDonald's. Valid once a day. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
It's that time of year again for the 61st Annual Rose Highland Trout Derby to be held at Montauk State Park, October 4th through October the 6th. On Friday, a cruise and car show will begin at 3 p.m. The Derby fishing hours will be on Saturday from 7:30 in the morning till 6:30 in the evening, and on Sunday from 7:30 in the morning till 11:30 in the morning. Also on Saturday, it'll be kids' activities from 11 till 3. Live entertainment begins at 5 and goes on till 8:30. And on Sunday, the prizes will be awarded starting at noon. For more information, check them out on Facebook at Montauk Lodge. All the proceeds benefit the American Heart Association. This ad paid for by the Dent County Tourism Tax Committee. Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem License Office, Roberts Judson Lumber Company, and the Main Street Country Corner Cafe, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
Stay tuned to KSMO. We've got Missouri Net News coming up shortly. Then after the top of the 1 o'clock hour, I'll be back to bring you our latest KSMO weather forecast.
Agri-America's mobile app has been updated to enhance your listening experience. Our mobile app now allows you to follow your favorite podcast, quickly access our streaming channel, receive push notifications for your favorite on-air reports, and more. Download the Agri-America app today on your Android or Apple device. Just search Agri-America in your respective mobile device.
What's up, y'all? It's Fitz, the guy who plays the hits from the Country Top 40. And if you missed this last weekend, it was Luke Combs with the #1 song, Ain't No Love in Oklahoma. And he's looking for a two-peat week at the top. But he's going to have to beat out a couple of country music's biggest to keep the crown. Can he fend them off for another week? We'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz right here.
It is now time to take a look at local and regional sports being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem Lady Volleyball Tigers will be on the road today. They're traveling down south to take on the Thayer Lady Bobcats. The JV match will start at 5:30 with the varsity game to follow. The 8th grade Lady Basketball Tigers will be going to Viburnum to play against the Lady Jays with tip-off scheduled for 5:30. The 7th and 8th grade football Tigers will be in action versus the Kabul Junior Bulldogs in Kabul. Kickoff of the 7th grade game is scheduled for 5:30 with the 8th grade game to follow. St. Louis Blues will take on the Dallas Stars tonight in preseason action. You can listen to that game right here on KSMO Radio 1340 AM or on 95.7 FM, beginning with pregame set to start at 6:30. The Kansas City Royals faced the Baltimore Orioles in postseason play yesterday and immediately got on the board with a run scored in the first. Cedric Mullins would homer in the 5th to tie the game, but a single by Bobby Witt Jr. would be enough to finish off the Orioles 2-1. The Royals will get a couple of days rest before playing the Yankees this Saturday. And that has been a look at local and regional sports brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay right here for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Bill Pollock, the Royals are heading to the American League Division Series for the first time since winning the World Series in 2015. They swept their best of 3 against the Orioles with a 2-1 win. Bobby Witt Jr., the hero again, reached on an infield single, drove in the go-ahead run, again in the 6th inning. Angel Zerpa gets the win in relief. Lucas Urseg, his second straight save. Matt Quattrero.
The competitiveness of that group of guys in that room is just overwhelming. It's inspiring to me, and it has been all year. I cannot say enough good things about them as professionals, as competitors.
The Royals will now visit the Yankees, and Bobby Witt says they're not done yet.
I think it's the start of something special. Like I keep saying, we didn't come this far just to come this far, and so we're just going to keep getting after it and keep trying to create our own legacy. And so it's pretty special to see what this team has done this year.
Number 9, Mizzou getting ready for number 25, Texas A&M, the only game featuring 2 ranked teams. And Mizzou gets the ABC coverage at 11. Mizzou is 4-0. Back-to-back seasons for the first time since 09 and 10. A&M has lost 6 straight against ranked opponents. But despite the higher ranking and better record, Mizzou still listed as the underdog. Eli Drinkwitz.
We have a tremendous challenge to go on the road this week to play a top 25 team in one of the premier stadiums in college football.
St. Louis City SC couldn't get their offense going, a 1-0 loss to LAFC. In fact, City didn't even fire a single shot on target during the loss. They're in 12th place in the Western Conference. They'll host Houston Houston Saturday. Sporting Kansas City will host LAFC on Saturday. Sporting is in 13th in the Western Conference. And the Blues, looking to get back in the win column, they host the Dallas Stars, another preseason game. The Blues coming off a 3-1 loss to the Blue Jackets on Tuesday. They're 1-3-0 in exhibition play. Tonight's game at 7. Mizzou Athletics will host the 2027 D1 Wrestling Championships in St. Louis. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for the people of Missouri, in good times and in bad. We're for Missouri families and Missouri communities. We're for giving back to those communities and lifting people up. And when Missouri weather rips through our state, we're for helping put back the pieces. We're for brighter days and new tomorrows. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. And if you live in Missouri, we're for you.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low, and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
When approaching slow-moving farm equipment driving along the road, are you unsure what to do? Can you pass, or do you stay behind it and wait? We have the answers. Make sure you are paying attention to the road. Keep your phone down and slow down. Be patient and only pass when it is really safe. That means when you are sure the road ahead is straight and clear, you have plenty of room, and there are no blind spots. Remember, simple actions save lives.
This message is brought to you by the Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety.
Everyone's invited out to the live entertainment at the 61st Annual Rose Island Trout Derby to be held at Montauk State Park Saturday, October the 5th. The lineup for the live entertainment will kick off starting at 5 and go until 8:30 in the evening. The Lone Pine Band and James Van Kirk from Licking will be performing, and make sure you bring your lawn chairs and enjoy the music. It's all free. It's part of the annual Rose Island Trout Derby at Montauk State Park. This ad has been paid for by the Dent County Tourism Tax Committee.
At the Missouri Department of Agriculture, they know protecting your livestock is a top priority, especially when black vultures are involved. Use the following tips to keep these pests away. Pen birthing animals near human activity. Remove roosting locations such as dead trees and abandoned barns, and scare vultures away with loud noises. Visit agriculture.mo.gov for more tips. There are plenty of mitigation options available. Get help today at agriculture.mo.gov.
Stay tuned to KSMO. We've got Missouri Net News coming up shortly. Then after the top of the 1 o'clock hour, I'll be back to bring you our latest KSMO weather forecast.
Hi, this is St. Louis Blues broadcaster Chris Kerber, and I want you to follow all the exciting action of the St. Louis Blues right here this season on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri. They've been one of the longest-running St. Louis Blues affiliates, and if you can't make it to the game, the next best thing is listening right here. It's KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri, your radio home for the St. Louis Blues hockey.
Missouri Net News. I'm Elisa Nelson. Iran has unleashed nearly 200 missiles on Israel, killing at least one person and injuring several others. West Central Missouri Congressman Mark Alford tells Missouri Net that the U.S. has not taken a strong enough stance to support Israel.
Israel has every right to defend itself. We should be standing shoulder to shoulder with them.
St. Louis Democratic Congresswoman Cori Bush says Biden's, quote, failure of leadership has given far-right genocidal maniac Netanyahu the green light to fuel a year-long genocidal campaign. Scammers are calling people in Missouri and posing as state troopers. In each case, the scammer called someone who was involved in a traffic crash, claimed to be the investigating trooper, and tried to get money from the victim. Two Kansas City men are headed to federal prison for their roles in the thefts and resales of more than 100 guns from numerous vehicles across the KC metro area. This is Missouri Net.